What is going on, guys? John from Paramecia Fancast here, and today I want to show you guys the first episode of a series I want to start doing where I kind of go over the different decks I'm playing this format and play some games. The first couple videos I want to do, I want to use decks that I own and use at locals in real life, and then as I put out more videos, I do want to start experimenting and messing with some other decks to see what I can build. I have, if you guys watched the unboxing video, I got a max rarity crocodile. I actually did not trade it in. After seeing kind of how the crocodile deck works, I'm kind of more of a believer, and I want to try that deck out. So at some point, one of these videos we'll put together a build and do some games, but at least for now I want to show you guys the main three decks that I have and I'm using. The first deck that I'm using, my main deck, is the Green Purple Doffy with the film engine, specifically with well, I guess I'll just go through each choice and we'll kind of go from there. So these first four, the Chopper, Nami, Brook, and Luffy. These are the bread and butter of the deck. Mostly your combo routes are going to be 7-drop Luffy, blocker. Because he's 7-drop, they really have to, unless you're playing against the blue, they have to spend a lot of resources to take him out. There's not a lot of cards that target like 7-cost characters. A lot of cards will target like 6 or 5 and below. There's very few cards that target anything higher than 6. Specifically blue decks like Queen and Rebecca have access to Gum Gum Red Rock, which will target any character. But if we're not going up against blue, I mean, Luffy is good to get out, and he sort of sets off the chain reaction for this deck. If you're not familiar with this deck, this entire deck is just full-on aggression, right? You have, like, a lot of the guys that you can bring out are, like, everybody you can bring out with Luffy have 5,000 power. If you see the on-play effect for Luffy, play up to 1 film card or Straw Hat Pirate type card with 4 or less from your hand. 4 cost 5,000 power Brook, who can summon a 3 cost, so you can get like a 12 or 15 Dawn turn technically with the Luffy, because you can go Luffy, summon Brook for free, summon Nami for free, and then if you want to spend the 1 Dawn when Nami's summoned, you can get a free 3-card deep search into your deck. Or you can go like Luffy into Brook, and then Brook into... I have the Chopper here as the 2K. I'm not playing... There is a variant that I'm trying to test out that plays Zoro. It's a 4-cost 6,000 power Zoro. Ultimately, I'm running Ein instead, just because Ein on play can give you 1 extra Dawn deck, or 1 extra Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it when she's played, and I can bring her out for free with like Luffy. But I don't know. Well, I gotta mess around with it. But yeah, these 4, Luffy, Nami, and Chopper for sure, 4 ofs in the deck. Brook, I've seen people run 4 ofs. I haven't had an issue with the 2 of. Maybe I'll bump it up to 3 or 4, but I like the Ein a lot to get me ahead of Dawn Curve, to sort of get me to my higher level plays later on. But that's the main green film engine. We do play 2 Don Quixote Doflamingo family cards that are not searchable by any other cards in the deck, but they are so powerful. Specifically, Sugar, 2-drop, 0 attack Sugar. Now, 0 power Sugar, like, that doesn't sound... Okay, that doesn't sound strong. Her on-play effect, rest up to 1 of your opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less. Like, okay, you know, if it's early game, you can rest. Example, let's say they play the 2-cost Bartolomeo blocker against the Rebecca. I can play Sugar, rest the blocker, and then just swing at their face. And now they have to, you know, either give me a life or give up a card from their hand, you know? The second effect during the opponent's turn is what makes her so powerful. When your opponent plays a character card, if your leader is one of the Don Quixote pirates, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, then rest this card. So the on-play effect has a limit of cost 4 or less. The opponent's turn effect, it's no matter what. The first thing they summon, as soon as they summon their character, I get to choose any character on the field and rest it. So it's really good late game to stave off aggression. And also, it's good late game because you can get it out if you're able to protect it. On your opponent's turn, let's say they start summoning some big guys, like some big bodies, you can rest them. When it becomes your turn, play 10-cost Doffy and freeze that rested card. They didn't even get the chance to attack with it, and now they won't for 2 turns. It's insane. The Doflamingo lets you choose up to 3 cards, 3 rested character or leader cards, and during your opponent's next refresh phase, they do not refresh. So, your turn, opponent ends their turn with them frozen. Your turn starts, 10-drop Doffy, you freeze them. Your opponent's turn starts. They can't refresh them, so they have to play with whatever they have. Your turn begins, they're still rested. You can crash into them if you want, because if they didn't get rid of your Doffy on their turn, now you have a 10,000 attacker that's just ready to go. Or you can just use that to, you know, if you froze their blockers, you can just swing at face really aggressively. Really good. This Shiki is only in the deck because it's a 2k counter. This card is kind of, doesn't really, like, you're never going to use the trigger, you're never going to, like, summon this card. This card exists to be a 2k counter in the deck, a searchable 2k counter, which is good. Because sometimes with these searchers, you might hit dead draws, or, like, you might find stuff that you already have in your hand, and if you see Shiki, it's always a safe bet to just pick up the Shiki. Same thing with the Chopper. The Chopper's effect is good. Doesn't come up quite as often, so it is just easier to put 4 of them both in the deck so that they're consistently searchable 2k counters, right? Like I said before, Ein, I'm messing around with this build. I really like Ein just because 5,000 attacker, you can bring her out with Luffy, and she puts you ahead of the Dawn curve. She puts you 1 Dawn ahead, which is good. The other 4-cost character that I run with the Luffy to combo is the film deck Uta. If you'll notice, I have 2 Utas and 2 Gildesoros. That is because I only own 1 copy of the film deck at the moment, and I'm trying to keep this... I'm trying to keep the cards I have in the sim faithful to what I have in real life, so when I practice with this deck, I'll know the combo routes and everything, and when I go to locals, you know, I won't be trying to make plays that I can't play because I don't own the cards. At some point, my local game shop has the film deck. The price of that deck has skyrocketed. It's like $30-something, but I mean the price of Uta alone is like $12 per. So even if I bought just the singles of Uta and Gil Tesoro, to buy 2 of each of them would end up being the same cost as the deck. So I'm thinking I might as well just buy the deck. That way, if Franz needs any extra film purple cards or somebody else needs them, I have them to give or trade. But 2 Utas, she's also really good because her on-block effect, Dawn minus run, rest one of your opponent's characters, cost 5 or less. Insanely good, again, for staving off aggression. Gil Tesoro, I would like to have more of him, so at some point I'm going to buy... His single is not that expensive, so I might buy more of him for sure. Dawn minus 2, draw 2 cards. He is just a living pot of greed. As soon as you hit your 10 Dawn turn, if they don't get rid of him with an effect, because of the way the deck is, you can effectively just keep him alive and just every turn generate card advantage, you know, 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards. It's so good. I'm going to skip over this guy because he's one of the flex spots, but I have Buena Festa, 2k counter and also like one of the other main searchers of the deck. So this deck has 2 searchers. You have Nami and Buenafesta, really good. Buenafesta goes 5 deep, she only goes 3 deep. But really, really powerful card. And once you've gotten all you need in your hand, you can start, he transitions from searcher to 2k counter, which is really good. Now, the main cheese of the deck is all with Doflamingo's leader ability, which is at the end of your turn, set up to 2 of your Dawn cards as active. Now, this version of the deck wants 2 cards active because you want to be able to facilitate, you want to be able to keep your hand advantage, and so having the 2 Dawn active means that instead of using multiple counters from your hand, you can use events. You can use these event cards. And all of these event cards are really good. These ones specifically, there's some others that people play. Some people play Blast Breath. Some people play some other ones. I like these ones specifically. Specifically Paradise Waterfall and Spider's Web. Both. Oh, so Paradise Waterfall, plus 2,000 power this battle, set one of your cards as active. Plus 4,000 power this battle, set one of your characters as active. These are really good if they have no way to affect KO your characters. If they can't KO you with effects and they have to swing into you, no matter how big their characters are, if I go Luffy, summon Uta, end turn, I have 2 blockers on the field. Let's say I have Gil Tesoro out and they try to attack into, I attack with Gil, Dawn -2, I get the 2 cards. If they try to attack into Gil, block with Luffy. I can use a counter to keep him alive, whatever. They try to attack with another character, block with Uta, Spider's Web, give her plus 4,000, she's now a 9,000 blocker, set Luffy as active. Now my Luffy is active to block another attack. This combo is so good. You can stave off aggression so good with just your 2 blockers, and if you play it right, you can keep them both alive. It's amazing. Another one is Punk Gibson. This gives the same 4,000 as Spiderweb, but instead of setting one of your characters as active, you can rest one of their characters 4 or less. Again, usually this card is for getting rid of blockers, right? You want to rest a blocker so that on the start of your turn, they don't have any blockers to block your attacks. You can go full-on aggressive. The final event card to play is 3 of, and it's this long name, Weaklings Can't Choose the Way They Die. This card, I think, is insanely good for this deck. Again, it's not a film card. None of the event cards are film cards, so they're not searchable. I was playing around with some of the film events, specifically Union Armado. I think Union Armado is really good, because it gives you plus 4,000, and if the character is a film card, that character cannot be KO'd by anything this turn, effect or character. So if you have a problem monster on the field and you use Union Armado on it, like they can't get rid of it this turn at all. And that's really good because on your turn you get to wreak havoc with it, which is insane. I'm tempted to put this back in, but I don't know which spot to really get rid of to put this in, so I'll see. But the final card of Weaklings Can't Choose, I don't know if I explained it. Rest one of your opponent's leaders or characters, then KO up to one of your opponent's rested 6 cost or lower characters. Now this is important because most blockers, like I said, are 6 and below. I think the only 2 blockers in the game that are higher than 6, if I'm not mistaken, and actually hold on, I'm gonna lag the hell out of this thing. I'm gonna lag the hell out of this thing. Yeah, it's oh god, it's trying to generate all of the it's trying to generate all the cards. The only blockers that are higher than 6, if you see here, are the film Luffy and the structure deck Eustace Kid. Every other blocker in the game is about 5 is like the highest. Sometimes there's like a 6 cost blocker. Actually, no, I don't see any 6 cost blockers. So 5 is like the highest level of blocker, right? This means that this card, you can rest any card and then KO a 6 cost or less. Now, what you want to do is attack with something. If you bait their blocker, you can rest another card on their field and then KO a blocker. If they swing into, let's say they attack you with a character that's 5 or less, right? Let's say they swing at you with the 6 cost card. I don't know what a good, Sakazuki. Oh god. Oh god, it's chugging along. It's trying to, I should not have clicked all of these. Let's say they attack into Sakazuki. 7 cost, whatever. 6 cost, 7k. They swing into you with it. They attack you. Sakazuki is now naturally rested because they have to attack you, right? They have to rest it to attack. You can rest another card. You can rest either another aggressor they have on their field, so it can't attack, if you're using this as a counter, or you can rest like their leader so that they can't attack. Let's say they're using like a Smoker or Garp or something, or like a Black Luffy, like just to keep in theme with the black. You can rest their leader so they can't attack, or rest another card, or rest a blocker, and then KO the Sakazuki. Really good. Very versatile for staving off aggression or for securing your own aggression next turn. It is 5 costs, so it is a little steep, but as you'll see, as the games go, I mean, there's going to be turns where you really don't need... If you're playing it right, you really don't need to have, like... You really don't need to max out your Dawn usage on every turn. It's just the way this deck goes. The final card, the flex spot, Douglas Bullet. I was, before running... last time I took this to locals, I was running the 8 cost Uta, which is on play, Dawn -2, your leader and all characters gain plus 1,000 until the start of your next turn. So you play this, everything gains 1,000. On their turn, you now have a 6,000 and 8,000 power blocker on your side of the field, and all of these become 6. So they're and a 7,000 Gildasoro. They're gonna have a really hard time swinging into you with that plus 1,000 power. And she's an 8k body, so if they don't get rid of her, you can still apply pressure with her. She is 8,000. She doesn't have any effect beyond that, but you can still pressure her, right? Which I thought was good, but a little too defensive, I think, for what the deck wants to do. So this week, I'm going to be bringing Douglas Bullet instead. 8 costs 10,000, so he's the same as Doflamingo, power-wise 10,000. What he does is, on your turn, Dawn -4, rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters with a cost 6 or less, then this character gains double attack. Now remember, the only blockers higher than 5 cost in the game right now are Film Luffy and Eustace Kid. You get this on the field, and if they don't out it with something, next turn, Dawn -4, rest whatever blockers they have on the field, it gets double attack. So you're swinging into them with a double attack. Like that could be that's like a game ender right there. If they don't stop you, they're gonna waste a lot of cards to try to stop you. And if your board is built correctly, you're gonna have a lot of these other cards up ready to attack after they've wasted those cards to try to block this. So it's really good. Ultimately, this deck is very aggressive. I do like the playstyle. I do wish at some point, I mean, not until OP05 does the Doflamingo family, the Don Quixote Pirates deck, become, like, complete, in a sense. You can play a version of it now, but I just feel like it's not a complete deck now. It's going to be a complete deck when the rest of the Don Quixote family characters come out in OP05 this December. So, come this December, I'll probably try to have 2 versions of this deck. This deck, and then the Don Quixote family, and I'll see from there which one I like better. I also have to watch out because there's a new Uta film deck coming out. It's green. The leader is Uta, and she's mono green, and all of the green cards are film. So I'm interested to see if there's any more support for the film archetype that isn't Uta specific in the green cards, specifically events and character cards, because there might be some really strong vanillas or really strong other cards that I can bring out with these guys to combo, which would be awesome. But anyways, let's get into some games with this deck. As you'll see, I was messing around with Yamato. I'll go over my Yamato deck in another game, but at least for now, let's just get some games in. Let's do this. Okay, so Blue Crocodile is really annoying. The main thing that I'm going to want to look for is... I'm going to go second. I'm going to mulligan. I'm looking for... Okay. Okay, that's good. I'll get to draw, so if anything, I can just... turn 2, I can put Brook out, and if I get something else to summon with it, cool. Oh, perfect. Even better. Buena Festa. Look at the 5 cards, and I can choose any film card other than Buena Festa. I'm going to take another 2k counter. And now, after Buena Festa, these all go to the bottom of the deck. So, if you expect the game to go on for a while, like if you're playing a queen card, stacking them might be good because you're gonna make your way back around to that portion of the deck. I do like this card, so the sooner I see it, the better. So I'll just return it to the deck and then end turn. Blue Crocodile is a removal monster. Dom -4 is his effect, and he can get rid of anything 5 or less. So my Luffy is protected, right? My blocker Luffy, but a lot of my other aggressive cards are not protected, specifically the Guild to Sorrow. And also because it's blue, it has access to 3,000 Worlds and Red Rock, so I need to get my aggression in really fast, because he's going to be able to get rid of everything. If I can bait the Red Rocks with the Luffys, I'll be able to secure Doflamingo, or what's that other guy's name? I don't know. The big guy that I play, the guy from Stampede, Douglas Bullet. Let's just do 1 attacking, return 1 cost, 2 or lower character to the bottom. Okay, so if I don't get rid of ulti, well, okay, I don't really care. So ulti's gonna either put Guild to Sorrow back in my hand or bottom deck it. Either way is good, because if it goes back into my hand, it's a 2k searcher. If she puts it at the bottom of my deck, she just basically recycled Buena Festa for me. So we're all good there. I'm gonna summon Brook. And I'm not gonna summon anything else with Brook. And then I'm just gonna swing with Doffy. I want this early aggression. Pacifista. Okay, so I'm assuming that he's running the Sentamaru engine, where Sentamaru can search for Pacifistas in the deck and summon them, which is really good. It's better in person, because when you're in person, you have to physically search through your deck, so you can kind of see what's in your life in a really cheesy way, but it's allowed. But no, I think we're good. I have multiple 2k counters. I have 2 2k counters. I have 2 of the Luffys. I have Guild to Sorrow. He'll attack with 5. I'll take it. Use trigger effect. Up to... No, I'm not going to use that. Not yet. Okay, he put Buena Festa on the bottom of my deck. Cool. I'm also good. Okay, now I have 3 2k counters. Okay, so I have 6 costs, so I'm gonna put that. let's do... let's do this. Okay, and then let's attack this. He doesn't have any events, so I don't know if he's gonna block or use a counter. The Miss All Sunday, when she blocks, if she, on KO, she can get a event card from your trash to your hand. She's... I'm not gonna say he misplayed, but I do not like... I play Crocodile, so I feel like he should have waited to play. I don't know. That means he must not have a Sentomaru or something in his hand, because if he did, he should have played Sentomaru, used the ability on main effect to summon out the blocker Pacifista. This is telling me that he doesn't have another blocker in his hand, and he just wanted her out. But this is a waste of... If he doesn't use an event right now, this is a waste of a Miss All Sunday. I'm going to 2K counter that. Because I'm trying to save Brook. I don't know what he has. So he put Giltosaur back in my hand. And what other play does he have? There's no way he's going to Dawn -4, right? Oh, no, he's... Oh, okay. So he's cycling 2 cards. So he might get rid of an event card here. Let's see. Blocker... He had a blocker Doflamingo, so... Oh, maybe he just drew that. And another... I'm not entirely sure about these plays. So, okay. So now he kind of did me a favor. Because now I can summon out a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see. So I can do summon Luffy. And then I'm not going to summon anything else. And I'm going to attack with 5k. Okay, what is he? Yeah, okay. So I'm just having him... I'm trying to force him to use this blocker, but because he doesn't have events in his hand and he hasn't gotten rid of any, he's keeping her. So he's going to go through his hand. He's going to make his hand less and less, which I'm down with. See, on that one, he only needed to use a 1k counter. He used the 2k counter, which tells me that he doesn't have... He's probably trying to hold on to 1 or 2 of these cards. One of them might be Red Rock. He's probably... Red Rock or 3000 Worlds, and he's saving it for a big guy. But I'm good. As you can see, I have Punk Gibson and Spiderweb, so if he attacks with something... So he can only Red Rock my Luffy. So he might have Red Rock here, and then that's what he's waiting to block with the Miss All Sunday. But if your Red Rock's here, that's going to put him at 3 Dawn left in the turn to use. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He bottom... Oh, all of his Dawn, and he bottom decked my Luffy. That's cool. Let's do... Let's do this and rest. Okay. I'm going to rest his Robin, so next turn I can just swing straight at him or at the Sogeking. 2k counter. Let's go. Draw Dawn. I am at 10 Dawn. So what I can do is... I have 2 Doflamingos. So hear me out. I'm going to freeze, freeze, freeze. And then I am just going to swing at him with 5,000, 5,000. So I'm going to strip him of his hand, or he's going to start taking life. Okay. So you'll see the Doflamingo's out. He has 3 cards frozen. Now, I don't care if he Red Rocks this. Because if he Red Rocks this, I have another one. So when my turn comes around, these are all still 3 frozen. I'm gonna do this again and freeze him. Also, if he tries to, like, attack into my Brook, I'm gonna Spiderweb and make it active so he can't attack into it anymore. I really want to force his hand, right? And this is just what I love about the deck, because, you know, he might be at advantage right now, but his hand size is only 4. He has 3 health, which isn't that bad to come back from, but his hand size is 4, right? So I'm able to stave off aggression very easily. And then I'm going to use... I don't have a 1k counter. I use a 2k. He can't attack with anything. Unless he uses another... unless he uses the Kaido. Nope, there it is, Red Rock. Okay. So cool. I got what I wanted out of that. Now, I can... Okay, he has a blocker, that's fine. I can Doflamingo again and freeze the main 3 problems. And then I can just attack like crazy. The main thing I want to do as much damage as I can before the Missile Sunday is able to act. Because I do not want... I don't want him to get back these red rocks, right? He's used 1 red rock. I don't want him to get that back. So, we're going to do another one. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Cool. And we're going to attack 5,000. So he's got to block with this or counter. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. He has 1, but I don't think I mean, there's... Okay, Kaya. Cool. Alright, so the Missile Sunday is back. I probably should have frozen not the leader, but these 3. And kept the Missile Sunday frozen, but... I think I'm still good. If I can get a sugar or something, I can freeze her... And then on his turn, he's either going to have to get rid of the sugar or something, but I hope he doesn't have Red Rock. I really want... That's the one thing about blue that's annoying, is that Red Rock is such a game changer. Oh, he doesn't have Red Rock. Okay. Cool. So I can now establish my board. I have a 2k counter. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm going to do this and summon Ein. And I am going to... Let's attack straight into the Mihawk. Let's crash into the Mihawk. Let's get rid of... he got Red Rock back, so he's probably going to Red Rock my Doffy, but let's get rid of some of these guys. I think I might lose. I can probably stave off some of the damage with Luffy by himself, but it's going to be tough. I think I might have lost this now that he has 2 Mihawks. The one main thing about this deck is you kind of have to get your aggression in early, and I mean, I have to fix a couple cards in this build, but I think the main problem with this deck is you can be aggressive, but if they're able to get their board built, it is really hard. Oh, he got rid of the Luffy, which is insane. But okay. So he got rid of the Luffy. He wants... I'll take that. No trigger effect. Okay. So... Oh, I think I lose. Yeah, I lost. Because he's going to swing with the other one. I have no blocker. That was a good play by him. Okay. Rematch. You ready for a rematch? Let's rematch again. Yeah. So the main thing about this deck, like I said, it's very aggressive. You just have to really... You have to really be mindful of building their board. And a thing I have to start doing more is worrying less about getting their health down and worry about picking apart their board. So that's just something that I have to get better at, but... Oh, Katakuri. Okay, so Katakuri is another one that's... A couple people on my locals run him, but you have to worry... The yellow secret rare Katakuri, the 8 cost, is one of the most annoying characters in the entirety of this game. I'll keep because I have Buena Fiesta. And 2 Luffys, and... Okay. So, at least right now... I don't have to search for Uta or Luffy because I have 2 Luffys and I got Uta, so I can do a 2-blocker combo later in the game. Let's do a Nami, so that way next turn I'll have 4 Dawn. I can play Nami and activate her effect. I'll take the card, yeah, that's fine. 2k counter, cool. Let's organize my hand a little bit. So counters if I need them, and then big boys. Okay, Paradise Waterfall. It's gonna come into handy when I have Luffy, like I told you, the blocker loop. Let's do this. Let's deploy, use card action, 3. Who do I want? You know... At least right now, let's take the 2k counter. And then we will attack. Okay. So, end turn. So this Paraspero is annoying because it can attack. It can swing for 5,000, and on KO effect is it can search 3 deep for a Big Mom Pirates card. I don't want to use any of my events right now, but you know, let's use a Shiki. F it. Now he has no knowledge of what's in my hand. Let's take it. No trigger effects, because I don't want to summon this guy. I want him purely as a 2k counter. Oh, Randolph. Okay. My arch nemesis. So I'm at 6. Let's see. What can I do at 6? Oh. I can do that. Let's dismantle that, and let's get another 2k counter. I already have Douglas Bullet, so okay. I guess what is he gonna take? Oh, he got Pudding. Okay, Pudding is a 1k counter and a searcher, so that's cool with me, dog. I can freeze the Randall if I Dawn -1, and next turn I won't really mind doing that because next turn I can get myself back onto curve. With Ein. I can summon Luffy, then chain Ein. Let's block. And then let's do Paradise Waterfall. And then give a... Fuck it, let's give a 2k. I have 2 more 2k counters, so if he wants to get rid of my blocker... if he wants to get rid of my blocker, cool. If not, whatever. He attacked with Randolph first. I thought he would attack with Katakuri. If he attacked with Katakuri, I would have used the Dawn -1 effect and rested Randolph so he couldn't attack, but he made the right choice. He still has 6 Dawn. I don't know, unless he a vanilla Paraspero. I don't know what else he can summon for 6 Dawn. But let's... No blocker. You know what? Let's save this, because unless he has some crazy removal. Oh, he thunderbolted me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, he doesn't have double attack on this because he has more health. So we're good. Ooh. Let's attack into this. Use card action to get a Buenafesta 2k counter. Cool. He loses a life. Let's summon that, and then let's summon Ein. Now I have 9 Dawn. And let's attack this. Now, I'm trying to build my I'm trying to build my board so I can go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I knew that was happening. Let's do. You know what? Let's take that. Sugar. Oh, I forgot. Wait, what? How does that have double attack? Rest one of your opponent's characters. You know what? Let's use the trigger and let's rest this one. So on my turn, I'll be able to aggressively push. And I'll also get to summon no blocker. Let's do this. Yeah. So now I have to swing into my leader, and I have 2 2Ks. No blocker. Let's use Buenafesta. Alright. Draw card. Draw Dawn. So I'm at 10 Dawn. I have Paradise Waterfall for a Luffy. 7. I kind of... I think I should play Sugar. Deploy, rest that. And then I need to focus on killing that. So let's do 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's attack into that. He cannot declare blocker. 5, 6, 7, 8. Use card action. Let me get another 2k counter. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So, any card he plays, I'm going to be able to rest the Katakuri. So if he tries to play another character before attacking into my dudes, you know, let's give up the Ein. Let's give up the Ein because oh man, I hate the 7 cost Big Mom. Oh, either way I'm boned, I think. I'm gonna trash my life. Oh no, never mind. I'm good. Okay, that's all I needed. Let's do that. A fucking brulee? Okay. I can get that. Let's do... Oh, he has an... Oh, he can block with the... Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's get another 2k counter. Let's swing with this. He might try to choose a blocker. Oh, okay. I think well, no. I have 2 blockers, 2 2K counters, and Paradise Waterfall, so I effectively have 3 blockers. Let's do this. Use card action, freeze Randolph, and then... I have to use the 2 2K counters. Fuck. So at some point, I'm gonna have to give... Okay. So he's searching for a card. What did he pull? Thunderbolt. You have to discard a card for Thunderbolt? Oh, no. What? He didn't. Oh. And I have no blocker. GG's. Alright. Hey, he disconnected after I hit rematch, so I did end up winning. Hey, I'll take it. No. I hope you guys liked this video. I lost, but I definitely think I showed off what my build of this deck can do. Very aggressive. It's just matchup knowledge, really. I have to get better at, you know, instead of swinging at life all the time and going full Yu-Gi-Oh mode, I need to start dismantling boards a little better. I have the options with this deck. I think I did showcase in that last game, though, the sort of ping-pong you can do with Spider's Web and Paradise Waterfall with your blockers. I think what I need to get better at doing is dismantling the opponent's boards. I can get a lot of 5K bodies on the field really easily, so I think I need to just focus on that part of the deck, the raw aggression, going straight into it. So yeah, that's everything with this deck. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to Paramecia TV. Like and subscribe this video. Leave a comment down below on leave a comment on what deck you'd like me to play or like me to experiment with this format. Like I said, the next video is probably going to be either Blue Crocodile or Yellow Yamato. Those are the other 2 decks I play. And other than that, I will be back sometime soon, probably sometime next week, with another video. And yeah, we're just going to be playing different decks that I have in real life, at least for the first 3 videos of this series, and just sort of testing stuff. What'll happen in this series is I'll probably go back and forth between decks that I own. I'll always go back to those. This Doflamingo deck is really fun, and I like fine-tuning it, so I want to get this deck as good as I can get it. Same thing with the Yamato and the Crocodile build. I really want to get those decks as good as I can get them. So, you know, next time you see me on this channel, I'll probably have a update from my locals. Hopefully I can get a good tripod or video camera and I can start filming some games from locals. I think like that would be really fun. But yeah, other than that, next week I will see you guys with the Yamato deck. That deck is a lot of fun. Yellow Whitebeard, basically. Just raw aggression going at people. It's a really good time. If you like what you see, like and subscribe to Paramecia TV. If you're interested in any of the little tidbits I might give out throughout the video about One Piece and you want to know how knowledgeable I am on One Piece, follow the main podcast channel, Paramecia Fancast. Every week we do manga recaps of the latest chapter of One Piece, and we just talk a lot of smack. It's basically, if I had to sell it, 2 best friends read One Piece. Basically what it is. It's really fun, really chill. If you'd like to follow the Discord, at Paramecia Flower Capital. I don't know why I said at. Paramecia Flower Capital is the Discord. The permanent invite link is going to be in every video description on this channel and every social media bio. At ParameciaCast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. But go ahead and join the Discord. We're going to be doing... We were testing some of the tech side of things to do a Discord tournament using the sim. So we're going to announce that soon. So go ahead and follow the Discord and join the Discord. Even if you don't know how to play the game, we're encouraging everybody to sort of join in the tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Franz, I mean, I'm probably not going to use this deck. I'll probably build another deck and sort of mess around. I might main Yamato and play that one, or I might make some other build and play it. But we'll see. It's going to be a really fun time. The goal is just to have fun with people, get more people into the card game. You know, if they can get in the card game through us, cool. If they don't know anything about One Piece and they only know the card game and they manage to find our channel, maybe convince them to read One Piece. It's a good time. But yeah, it's going to be it for me today. Next week, Yamato. Peace.